course, I send her a letter, and if I can't push the button, I don't want.
All right, it's noon. I'll call the meeting to order. Since we do not have a chair or vice chair, this is our meeting that we would do that. But before we get into the meeting, I'd ask the mayor to come up and give a recognition for Jay Larson for his 40 years of service. So, Jay, would you like to come up to the front?
Jay Larson, come on down.
In 40 years coming to this meeting on Mondays, it's the first time I ever walked in the front door. The parking lot is a long ways away from the front door.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In recognition of Jay Larson's 40 years of service to the City of Mitchell Planning Commission. Jay Larson was appointed to the Planning Commission on June 14, 1984, and voted chairman of the Planning Commission for the first time at the May 28, 1985 meeting. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It's been interesting.
Jay Larson has been part of multiple ordinance revisions, amendments, and helped with several comprehensive plan updates. Jay Larson has signed over an estimated 1,000 plats during his time as chair. Jay Larson's last meeting was June 24th, 2024. Therefore, I, Jordan Hansen, Mayor of the City of Mitchell, do hereby give Jay Larson a key to the City of Mitchell for his 40 years of service on the Planning Commission in honor of all the doors he has helped the citizens of Mitchell open over these years. Congratulations.
It's been an interesting job, it's been a fun job, and the compensation that we now get when we first started never had any. That's thanks to Bud Williams, one of the mayors. Several of us that were on the commission at that time spent our noon hour here and then had to go back to work, either without lunch or grab something hurriedly. And we suggested, two of us, one of them was Arvid Brown, who was an original planning commission member back when the planning commissions were formed in the city of Mitchell. And we went into Bud's office one day and said, you know, we've got to do something to change the time or something. And he suggested that we get lunch because we're not compensated any other way. So that's been a tradition since Bud Williams was mayor. And it's been a fun ride, though, guys, it has. I've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure. There's memories that I will remember forever. So thank you for the service.
Okay, thanks again.
Letting me be the one that does it. And
We look forward to seeing you in the audience every.
well, once in a while we'll show up when it's something that might be interesting. So you're welcome. And by the way, the person coming from sitting in also was a Bud Williams idea. So thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, it's been a pleasure serving with you.
It's been nice. Good information, been great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. It's tough to walk by. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Thanks for all you've done. Appreciate it.
We had fun doing it, so. Thanks for the award, guys.
You deserve it, Jay. Roll call. Genslinger.
Here.
Havlik.
Here.
Jerza. Osterloo.
Here.
Schmitz. Here. Scherzer. I'm probably going to say your last name wrong.
Sure.
Schurz. Say here.
Here.
Sonny.
Here.
Dosher.
Here.
We have a quorum. As I stated before, it is the first meeting of the new year for City of Mitchell Planning Commission. So with that, we have to do election of officers. So election of chairperson for 1-year term starting from July 24 to 2025. I will open it up for any nominations for chair.
I'll nominate Kevin Genslinger.
Second.
waited.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Can I say, let's close it?
Yeah, make your motion.
I want a motion to close it.
Second.
Motion to cease nominations.
Yep.
Can that cast unanimous ballot?
That is correct.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Kevin, you are chairperson. You can take it over, or if I can do it, doesn't matter to me.
So with that, we're going to move to open nominations for vice president. Are there any nominations for vice president?
Well, as long as you're gonna be here every damn time, we don't need a vice president.
Oh, really? Well, I'll take my chairman hat off and nominate John Osterloo for vice president.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations for vice president? Third call for nominations. Okay, we'll entertain a motion to close nominations.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we close nominations. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Congratulations to John and myself, I guess.
Well, congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
There is a packet of information in front of you. Are there any conflicts of interest we need to declare today? Okay, next item is approve the said agenda. Any corrections or changes to make?
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion? There's nobody in the audience. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next meeting should be we skipped ahead. Approval of previous minutes. Meeting minutes from last meeting are in the packet. Any corrections to make to that? I'll
Move to
entertain-
approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the meeting minutes as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, now we can schedule the next meeting, July 22nd.
Move to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve July 22nd as the next meeting date. Any discussion? Anybody in the audience? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, our first item on the agenda is a conditional use permit. Darla Coomer has applied for a conditional use permit to operate a family residential daycare located at 1503 South Miller Street, legally described as North 130 of Lot 16A, Block 16, Sunnyside Edition, City of Mitchell, Davison County, South Dakota. The said real property is zoned R2, Single Family Residential District. Mark.
Notices were sent out to the neighbors, published in the paper, signed, posted. There were 2 letters returned in favor of this. Both of those made the packet. This will be a state certified licensed daycare. She has passed their state inspection, getting in contact with Shannon Sandoval from the fire department. As you know, our 3 conditions that usually go on for a daycare is permits not transferable, business ceases to operate for 6 months, a new application is required, and then pass the fire inspection. Darla's here if you have any questions for her. I can answer any questions that you may have for me.
Darla, do you have anything to add?
State your name and
All right, I'm Darla Coomer. I don't have anything specific to add. I do have a new playground in the backyard. It is fully fenced in. I have gone through my fenced-in backyard to make sure that is in good working order also. I know that's not part of the inspection, but that's something that I've done just to keep everybody safe. And then I used to have a pool on the property that has been removed.
I'll make the motion to approve it with the conditions.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve with the usual 3 conditions. Any further discussion? Anybody from the audience? All opposed, say aye.
All in favor?
All in. Thank you.
You almost had.
Gotcha.
I know.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion passed. Next item would be a plat, Ethan Co-op Lumber, plat of Lot 2, Block 3 of Lake Ridge Edition, subdivision of irregular tracts numbers 1 and 2 in the northwest quarter of Section 10, T103 North, R60 West of the 5th parallel meridian, City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota.
This follows along with their master plan. There were a couple changes on the first page that we have noticed during the review. Lot AB was just platted and it has been filed, so that will be changed to saying platted now instead of future. And then in the surveyor certificate, it says Lot 1 and it should say Lot 2. So the updated Mylar will have that on there. I don't have that with me, but we'll have that changed for when it's time for signatures on that.
Following the master plan.
Following the master plan out there, and it's going to be the fifth lot actually being built out there. 3 of them already have houses, and I think actually the one that they just did in AB has the basement going as well. So 5 out of 78 started, so
Good, good.
can answer any questions you have.
Move to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the plat. I would just maybe ask if we want to amend that with the changes that he discussed.
So moved.
Yep,
Second, yes.
all right. Any further discussion? Anybody from the audience? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Any other business to come before this board?
I guess we probably should have done introductions at the beginning.
Yes, we have a new member
We have a
today.
new member. Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Jay Sherris. I lived in Mitchell most of my adult life. I'm in the South Dakota National Guard. I'm the senior ground maintenance one for the state, and I'm the general foreman of the shop out here in Mitchell. 42 years. I'll be retiring this December. That's pretty much me. I'm married. My wife works for a bank in North Dakota from home.
Very good. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
You guys want to go around and just introduce yourselves?
We can do that. Let's start with John.
I'm John Oslo. I've been on the committee for, this is my 7th year, I think.
Has it really been that long?
A little longer than you, not much.
A couple of weeks?
A week or two.
I was thinking it only been like 4 years.
I'm John Dosher. I'm on the city council and I'm a liaison to this group.
I am Kevin Genslinger. I'm an architect by trade, and I guess been on the commission for 7 years.
John Schmitz, contractor. Maybe 2. Working on 2?
Yeah.
Started to. Yep.
Rookie.
Jacob Sunny, I work with SPN and Associates here in town. I think this is the start of my 3rd year.
Stratton Havlick. I work in real estate and I've been on the committee for a couple of months.
I have one item that I want to bring up. The city council is doing a work session tonight on selling or potentially selling lots along the lake. Does this commission have any opinion on that we would want to send with John? From a planning perspective.
Well, did the sale of the other one, the auction lots?
Did the selling of the other lots went well, right?
Mhm.
And if it's for the best of the Mitchell, I'd say continue on. I mean, might as well. I mean, we do got a lot of land around the lake, but it's a certain percentage of it, so.
So the lots that they're going to be discussing tonight, this was one of the lot 58A, 58, and 59. These have already been changed over from public lands.
Parkland to just privately held city property.
But the city held these lots back because of where this point comes in. The water line is actually way down here, so their setbacks on the lakeside would have been almost unbuildable for this lot. So we could plat out lot 58B, to put that all as to one, but this one lot would have to be designated away from parklands. So that's discussion tonight for that one.
Where in the overall lake are these properties?
The first three that have, proposed plats for them that you might have seen on the agenda. Those are all on the Indian Head Loop. The South Harmon Loop. And then there's several other locations that were generally identified by the previous mayor. Some of those are between Sandy Beach and Camp Arroyo. I think there was some right on, basically by the dredge site. There were a few in that area.
Mark, there are maps on the city agenda if you wanted to pull up the website.
Sure. This is the one that's at the end of South Harmon, which would be right. It's always shown that there's been a lot there, but there actually isn't a lot there at all.
Is there a public access to there? It doesn't appear that there is, right?
There is a drive that comes into this location already,
Okay.
but there's no actual, you can't pull your boat down through that piece of
Sure.
There's a, an access from the road, but the lot itself has no improvements. There's,
Yep.
Shrubs
nothing,
and trees.
no work been done on it. It's
Alright.
just natural.
This one deals with Frederickson's land. He has a pool that was constructed across it. So right here, his pool's actually encroaching upon city property.
Mm.
And then these are the ones that Justin was talking about, which is very dark. I apologize, but that's.
That's Jacob's fault.
Yeah, I probably know somebody that can fix that.
Yeah.
Well, if there's,
Before tonight?
And then this would be the other ones that would be down by West End Bridge and coming around.
okay. So if the city council denies that stuff, what about that lot that he built that swimming pool on? What's going to happen?
I'll
So-
refer to legal for that one.
You can buy it and you get a swimming pool.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing a swimming pool, as long as they take care of it.
So, that's part of the discussion tonight. Obviously that little area doesn't have a whole lot of other value other than to the individual next door, just based on the size and the layout of how it would be.
So you have a value of it or on that lot? Or
Not
value?
not at this point.
Okay.
Not at this point. But, that would all be part of the process. Going back to a year ago when we started going through this for the other lots that went up for sale, you've got several different steps that you've got to go through. The first one here, in this case, would be identifying the areas that you are interested in moving forward with. Because the general areas around the lake, none of those are platted. You've got an area that is platted that went up previously, but you really need to have some more land next to it be platted to make that a usable lot. And then you've got these two other areas that are adjacent to residences, but have not had an existing plat yet. So council will have to decide tonight which one of those they might want to move forward with. If it's just the ones that are next to residences, if it's some of the additional lots, that's all up for them to decide. But the whole reason we have to go through that process is because of that initiated measure that passed 10 years ago, made all city property adjoining the lake parkland. And for you to be able to do anything other than use it as parks, you have to go through this identification and election process to have that land no longer be designated as parks. So we're still in those early steps. We don't know what the end result might be, but that will be part of the discussion tonight for council.
A lot of the land around the lake has never been platted, so when we were looking at where potentially you could put houses or something like that, we just said, all right, make it fit our ordinance that it's 75 feet wide, because that's what the lot width has to be. And then let's go from point A to point B to where we think, okay, you can't put a house any further because there's no depth or something. So that's how the layouts came for all these two bigger areas. And they could still be platted and just not changed over from parkland. So that way we have a legal that goes with some of this portion. Instead, it's just the northwest quarter except this, and this. It'd be great for everything to be platted around the lake, and it'd be great for the right-of-ways to actually be platted as well, because a lot of those are just with the quarter, not actually designated right-of-ways. But that would be another big to do, because the right-of-ways probably aren't in their correct locations in a lot of the areas. There might be some encroachments in those areas as well.
No one wants to say anything.
Yeah.
But
All right. Any further comment on that issue before we move on? I think we got one answer. Just keep going. That was kind of one perspective.
Well, I mean, if they ever sell them, the money goes toward the lake, I take it, for the dredging. Or there's no designation where this money goes now.
they would have
So
to
you got,
designate
the
it.
city could pocket it and be done with it. Put it toward good use.
It would all be up to council how they want to do that. I know that from the last round of sales, they did, Stephanie, you can correct me here, but I think they set up a designated line item for those funds to be deposited into.
It just got deposited into the lake account because it was, sorry, I don't have a microphone. After the election, council put it into the lake fund, so it can only be used for purposes at the lake. But that would, again, be a council decision unless, for some reason, it was included as part of the petition or something like that.
Yes, the reason why I bring the question up is, from a planning perspective, do we want to see these lots fully developed, or do we want to see more parkland around the lake? And it's a bigger question than what we're going to answer today, but thought maybe if we had some opinions on that, we could send that with John to the council, and he could weigh that in.
And keep in mind, like I said, this is a multi-step process. Really, the discussion tonight is high-level conceptually. Do we think that it makes sense to look at selling lots in this area, or at least platting them out, even if you don't move down the next step?
And just to correct one statement, this isn't an action item meeting, it's discussion only. So there won't be any
It's a
action taken at the
work
meeting
session.
tonight. Yep.
Yeah.
So any of the future steps as far as specifically defining these areas would come back through the platting process.
Sounds good. All right. If you need to address the board on an item that was not on the agenda, excluding personnel items, please come forward to the podium and state your name and your concern. Presentations are limited to 3 minutes. Items will be considered, but no action will be taken at this time. There is nobody here, so we are adjourned.